Hi, boys and girls. This is Coach Davis with Boys and Girls Club. We got the NFL draft coming up next Thursday. Not this Thursday, but the following Thursday on the 23rd. So, in honor of the NFL draft, we're going to be doing some exercises that are similar to the NFL Combine. A lot of premier athletes will be waiting for their name to be called by their favorite team. So, let's go outside. Let's take a look at some of these activities and go Panthers. Boys and girls, the first activity we're going to do is the 40-yard sprint. This will measure the overall quickness of the athlete from point A to point B. The 40 yards is actually about 120 feet. So if you got a tape measure, you can mark off 120 feet, or you can take nice long strides in order to mark off the 40 yards. Okay, one thing that's important to remember on the 40-yard sprint is to start. As soon as you move, the timer will begin. When you're in Indianapolis doing the combine, they're on laser movement. So basically any movement at all, once they've taken their position, the clock is on start. Of course, with mom, dad, or brother and sister helping out, they started on your first movement. So your most important thing is going to be the stance. So you want to make sure that you're in a nice position so that you can come out, fire out low, and get moving as quickly as you can. Okay.
One.
Okay, activity number 2 is going to be the standing long jump. Basically, you have a starting point here, point A, which would be a nice straight line. You will put your feet parallel to the line, sink your hips, and explode into the jump.
2, 1.
Okay, also they want to see how strong the athlete is. Usually for big guys such as offensive linemen, defensive linemen, linebackers, running backs, they're going to put 225 pounds on the bench press, and they're going to do that as many reps as they possibly can. But for you, of course, I don't recommend you doing 225 on the bench press. You got to work up to that. So we're just going to do push-ups. So you want to count how many push-ups that you can do without coming to a stop. All right, boys and girls, last thing we're going to do here is the vertical leap. We want to see how much athleticism a person has. So we're going to walk up to the wall. We're going to mark our hands up on the wall itself. Get a little mark. Always like to use a little bit of tape, put it in our hands, and then we'll bend down and we'll jump and then come back down. Mom and dad will then measure the difference and they'll be able to tell you what your vertical leap was. All right, boys and girls, there you have it. It's the NFL Combine experience. Doing over what we just did, we have the sprint, 40-yard sprint, which is going to measure your speed from point A to point B. We have the push-ups, which is going to show just how strong you are. Then we're going to have the long jump, which shows a little bit of athleticism. And then when you do the vertical jump, it shows athleticism as well. Make sure that you check out the NFL Draft Experience, which will be coming up not this Thursday, but following Thursday. And as always, us folks here in Carolina, go Panthers. And lastly, we do miss you guys. We want you to make sure that you're safe and healthy and know that we miss you. And we're looking forward to a day in which we get to see your smiling faces back walking the halls of the Boys and Girls Club.